I'm having like I feel violent and volatile inside. Like, I want to fucking punch something, or like, I need to connect with something to release. That's what it feels like. So the chances are high that the majority of you watching this are feeling a similar way. Let's wait and see what stones those are. Definitely feel irritated and stuck, contained, stuck. These are not this is not the deck. I feel like it's, maybe it is this one. Yep. It is. It is this one. These are upright. The word Lord. The word Lord? Come on. What the fuck? That's the dopest title ever. Communication, praise, dishonesty. Number 43, 7. Yeah, it's some kind of spiritual test right now. The word Lord. The Lady of Lightning. Surprises, sometimes shock, total paradigm shift. 35, which is 38. 8. Which is like becoming a master at something. The word Lord and the Lady of Lightning. It's like fire and water. It's like the sun and the moon. Are these within you? Are these two separate energies? Definitely feels, well, it feels like it could be both. Okay, hold on. I think we have another deck that wants to be used before we do the cards. Oh, the romance angels. Oh gosh. So I was really hoping it wasn't the romance angels. I'm going to read that one. You deserve love. You are lovable. Playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. Okay. It could be some kind of child wound, a wound from childhood, or just an old wound, but something that happened at a time that caused a halt in your evolution, kind of. Do you know what I mean? Like your maturation, your emotional, yeah. Something happened, it halted you, it ripped apart your energetic lining, and it didn't get repaired. Or if it did, it was shoddy. You feel me? It could be multiple things though. So it could be that. And so that caused you to feel like you're not worthy of love. Maybe you get anxiety about relationships. Maybe you overthink, you know what I mean? So it could be that. It could be just taking a different perspective on relationships and partnerships, in a more be present and enjoy it and look at it with the eyes of youth, you know what I mean? Like a beginner's mind. But you deserve love is definitely the overall feeling of this. You deserve love, you deserve everything good, and you are worthy of everything good. And all of your deepest desires can come true. They can come true, okay? It's not fake. I promise. Okay. The Lady of Lightning. Definitely a total paradigm shift. Total paradigm shift. So crown chakra, yeah. So an awakening. Let's see what crystals came out. Smoky quartz, nerve strength and resilience. Total paradigm shift. Could be totally like on a cellular level. You know what I mean? Resilience. Everything is becoming too much for you to handle. Smoky quartz is the anti-stress stone. It lets you fulfill your duties in a relaxed and strengthened way. Smoky quartz. Sapphire, spirituality and wisdom. You are stuck. Sapphire brings you closer to wisdom and allays your thirst for profound spiritual experiences. You realize you are always in the right place at the right time. Yep. So that goes right with the paradigm shift, right? Your divine feminine aspects are being healed and are taking up more space than they ever have. And maybe you've been relying on your divine masculine aspects and you haven't even really been fully aware of it. So for some of you, it could be like you're becoming fully okay with being vulnerable and open. It would be like your first time really being that, you know what I mean? And for others of you, you are being the same thing, but it's not your first time being it. It's that you've reclaimed your power because you've been gaslit. You know what I mean? Both are gaslighting, just in different ways. But both were suppressed purposefully by external sources, because your purity, your pureness of being was too much for them to handle because they are lower. And that feeling, that energetic feeling that happens in that kind of a situation where there's like conflict, like a toxic conflict, and they feel it energetically, whether they're aware of it or not. First, they feel it energetically, and it feels, when something is new, whether it's positive or negative, energetically, it can feel bad, because does it feel bad or does it feel different? Okay, does it feel different? Okay, is it bad? Are you being pulled down, or do you feel like it's evening out? Do you feel me? It's all about like looking at the things as they're happening and asking questions of yourself so that you are as fully equipped. Ooh, the air is blowing. It's cold. Sorry. As fully equipped as possible. What happened? This mood completely shifted. Oh my God. It's like it's going somewhere completely else. Okay. I'm going to be hot again in like a second. Let's see what crystal is on the bottom. Chalcedony, vivid expression. Chalcedony strengthens your self-expression and communication. You no longer take what is said personally and you become more relaxed. This stone gives you a gentle charisma. So stress, relaxation, strengthening, like fortifying and rebuilding, reinforcing. These are all feelings. Rebirthing. I'm feeling like a nap. Like maybe right now a lot of you are also feeling fatigued and finding that even small spurts of energy, focused energy coming from you or coming into you are like exhaust you. And that could be because we're all jumping timelines And so in order to do that, our DNA has to shift. The cellular, molecular levels and the things that make them up, they're changing. And like neural pathways are opening, you know what I mean? So what, of course, we would be more fatigued and internally fatigued and feeling like still those deep, whatever that our deepest griefs are, that could come up too, because we're moved out of that. But it's like, it's just that shadow period. It's that echo. Did I go somewhere? I don't know. Oh, God. Here it's shifting again. Okay, let's look at these guys. The Spirit Whisperers on the bottom, Divine Guidance, Higher Knowing, and number 3, which is the Empress. It does feel like Empress, Emperor energy, but it could be also Magician. And the Dream Walker, Dreams, the Collective Good, and Illusions, number 8 again. Mastery. Okay. So you're all at a part where you have shifted. You've jumped the timeline. Yeah, I think you've all jumped it. And probably most of us aren't aware. I really don't feel like myself. I don't look like myself. I can't, like, I don't feel like myself right now, and it's hard to be in my body and in my skin on levels right now. And I'm working so hard at not letting it overtake me, but it's constant, you know what I mean? And that's exhausting too. So some of you may be also going through it right now. So what I think is, instead of this being a period where we get lower and it's the low that we are used to, it's not the low from that. It's a low from recovery, because we just jumped a timeline. So we need time to recover physically, energetically, spiritually, mentally, emotionally. Do you know what I mean? That is what I'm feeling. Let's look at the word Lord, because come on, the word Lord. The word Lord. It needs to be something else, like, I don't know, someone's name, the name of an album, an MC name, a graffiti name, the word Lord, a book written, I don't know. The word Lord. What? It's crazy. Does anyone else like getting such a kick out of that? What? Is this the wrong book? It is. Hold on. Because it's this one. Okay. The word Lord. Ooh. Oh, okay. So each of these cards shows up as either an ally or a challenger. I'm going to look at both of them for this. So as an ally, when he shows up, it's to let you know that positive interactions can be expected. He only speaks with positive words and praises all he sees. So that's like a truthful mirror and a balanced, it could be like you are surrounded by divine counterparts, like your equal mirror. You know what I mean? He reminds you of the laws of abundance and praise. When you bless the world, it blesses you back. When you say affirming, supportive words, they carry an energy that returns to you in physical form. What a fucking trip to think about that, right? Words carry energy. Like, making that real would be completely life-changing and seems a little bit daunting, but it seems like a fundamental truth to like hold. The breeze just started coming in. Words carry an energy that returns to you in visible form. Remember that each one has power and will resonate into the universe, seeking its reflection in manifest form. Your body responds to praise, as does everything in the world around you. Praise it for its inherent health and beauty. I was saying how I don't feel present in my body, right, or good in my body at all. And it could be that this is just that it's definitely a transition period. I don't know if this is a transition period that's going to go downhill or if it's going to go up. But I know that this is a transition period. And so that's how far I've come. In the past, up until now, this feeling, when it would come, I would be like, oh my God, it's back. Like I thought I was out of it. Or, oh God, I thought I was getting out of this hole. And oh God, it's here. But this time I'm like, wait, this has been here. And it doesn't always mean negative. It feels negative and things are changing that you put in a negative category, but that has sometimes been because you're about to go more muscle. Your body composition is changing. So, like I have experiential proof to hold up to these situations when they come in, and it could go 50-50. So I don't know. So what I have chosen is to stay as neutral as possible. And you know what I mean? To like let it sort itself out. It's not easy. I'm still low. I could totally use like a cuddle, like a cuddle puddle pile of like humans to like all cuddle up on a couch and watch something and like someone else make food, and like you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. Why did I just say that? Oh, I don't know. Oh God, I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna go back over here. Okay, body. Praise it. Applaud yourself for everything you do. I guess maybe what I was saying is that like there can be healthy interdependence, right? There can be healthy codependence. It doesn't have to be unhealthy. Like like that, like taking care of yourself, but yeah, recognizing that like having physical touch right now and this from safety would also really help anchor me. That's not a bad thing. You know what I mean? And I don't feel attached to it, and I don't feel sad that can't be happening right now. So like rather than use my time and energy and brain space on like, God, I wish that was happening, or anything there that feeds into the absence of that awareness of the absence, just takes away. Like it doesn't do anything for me. It doesn't make it happen. I just make it 10 times worse on myself. So I'm trying to just be aware of that and like move it forward. Praise your bills, give thanks for the services you enjoy, and watch the ability to pay them increase as you align with Spirit's increasing power. That's nice. Remember the powerful practice of affirmations. Write them down and speak them aloud as a spiritual exercise. Definitely over the last couple of days, daily spiritual practice is so important. And not even just important, it's like essential. It's essential. It's the difference between being in alignment and being able to it's the difference in how long you're able to maintain staying in fluid alignment. We were not taught. Most of us were not taught that we were sacred, nor what to do to preserve that sacredness and to tend to it and to cultivate it and nurture it. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. Why am I going there? Spiritual practices we should have learned, just like brushing our teeth. They are essential to our nervous system, our dysregulation and regulation. You feel me? It's an essential part of us, all of us, because we're not just humans. When the body dies, the energy doesn't. We're housing it. So you feel me? Like, they don't want us to know that we're gods, goddesses, and it's the truth. That's the truth. I'm excited to be a grandmom one day when my children are ready, if they ever decide they are ready. Not now, because none of them are ready to be parents. So, but I am excited because I'm in a whole different place in my life, and I will be able to be there for those children in ways I wasn't able to for my own children. And I'll get to watch. I can just the lens that I view everything with now is much, much different, and I'm so looking forward to being able to see that in a child from their birth till however long. You know what I mean? It's cool. It's a cool thing. All right, let's read the challenger. He warns of untruths gently, denial and unsupportive thoughts and words in any area of your life. If you've been dishonest in any way, it's time to make amends to yourself. When you are entertaining the thoughts of, I don't fit in, I'm not enough, I'm always alone, that's not true. They're not truths. And that's, you've taken on someone else's bullshit that you're identifying with it. And so you are hurting yourself. Do you know what I mean? You part of the process of healing this is recognizing that and forgiving yourself for it, allowing space for it, for you to be human and make mistakes, but be able to move forward, right? I don't know. Sorry. I was looking at the Lady of the Mirror for a second. I don't know what's going on there. The line was, the law of attraction reminds you that what you are is what you attract. That can be really confusing, because what you are is your energetic imprint. And it's that housed by your human self, and your human brain is in the controlling, and it can overtake the mind. Do you know what I'm saying? The thinking can overtake the knowing. So who you are energetically, or who someone else is energetically, may not be who they show up as a human. So you might be attracting on a deep level a twin flame, a mirror, but they abuse the fuck out of you. And so you're like, what? Because it's confusing the human thing with the energy, the energy in its purest form, which is probably what is the underlying attraction, the cause of it. You feel me? I could use a vacation by a lovely ocean, just chilling, getting tan because the sun is kissing my skin, hopefully not getting sunburned or cancer. Oh gosh, yes, a vacation. A holiday would be lovely. Okay. If others are being unsupportive, know it's them and not you. Again, that could be really confusing for people, because if you've been gaslit on this subject that they're throwing back at you, you're going to just immediately blame yourself. But here's the thing. When you feel that, if it doesn't feel good, there's something off. It needs, if it doesn't feel good, that's an immediate, you need to take a step and witness. You need to detach and remove yourself as much as you can to look and see, what is that? Why doesn't that feel good? And if you're used to being in a pattern of, I know, oh, I'm sorry. No, if you find yourself getting smaller after you look at it, then you've missed it. Then really get yourself out of there, because you should be getting bigger, not smaller. Things that simultaneously uplift you. You feel me? It's exhausting, but it gets easier the more you do all these things and you're aware of it. You'll rewire your nervous system, and it'll just be a new script. Do you know what I mean? A new directive, or whatever the word is. Neither of those are the right word. Data, still not the right word, but it's some kind of computer program thing. That's what I'm thinking of. Don't take what they say personally. Remember, you don't have to engage others. You don't have to engage others when they project their fears onto you. And that's what they're doing. So that's the thing to recognize too. When that's happening and you find yourself getting smaller, that's a no. And that's them projecting it onto you. It's the way to make you listen, to break you down, right? They're like, try to visualize them, what the visual looks like, the visual representation of the feeling that they make you feel energetically. So like, maybe it's like they're shooting arrows into your energetic field and your energetic field is leaking. Or maybe they're pulling the streams of your energy flow out. That might help some of you to visualize what's coming in, so you can figure out. For me, I feel it. And that is, but visualization would be my next thing after that. You know what I mean? But for some of you, it might be, your first thing might be to visualize it first. Visualize that trigger. So you have it in there, and you'll immediately, your nervous system will respond in the way that keeps you in alignment. I hope I'm making sense. Don't know if I am. Okay. How you speak about yourself. Do you say self-deprecating words? Do you minimize yourself so as not to intimidate others? You're not intimidating them. Well, you might be, but not because you're doing something wrong. Your purity is intimidating them. Please stick that in your brain. Your beautiful, pure light is what is intimidating them, not anything they try to tell you. Do you feel me? Do you understand what I'm saying? That when something is so bright, or something that is dark and isn't open to being vulnerable and isn't looking with pure eyes, that is going to hurt. It's going to hurt, and they're going to want to smash it out. Okay. Oh my gosh, what is happening? Okay. Oh. Do you refer to yourself as less than beautiful? Yeah. Let's think about all the ways that you can be self-deprecating, and all the, time to change those unconscious statements now. No, for real though. It says it's not difficult to change things, as we are always given a choice. It could be difficult to change things. As long as you remain positive and supportive, the rest will quickly melt away. That's true. But it can be difficult to hold on to the positive when you're unfamiliar with how it feels. When it feels like, when you're thinking, when it's kind of like, if you can't hold on to the positive, it's because you're detached. You're not in alignment. You know what I mean? If you were in alignment, you would just be in the flow of it. So that's the word, Lord. Let's look at the Lady of Lightning. We have no tarot. I don't know that we need it, but the Lady of Lightning. Surprises, sometimes shock, total paradigm shift. I mean, yes, I'm going to look at it, but I feel like it's pretty clear what the whole point of this reading is in our awakening, and to be nice to ourselves and to recognize that you've all just jumped a timeline and that there's an energetic catch up that needs to happen. You're in recovery right now, even if it feels low. Just take the best self-care you can of yourself right now, of your hierarchical immediate needs: sleep, food, water, shelter, and emotional, spiritual, body movement. Okay, you feel me? Focus there right now and it'll lift. Just keep focusing there. The Lady of Lightning. The Lady of Lightning brings powerful forces of change into your life. She tells you to expect a sudden shift in your circumstances. Hi, jumping timelines. Perhaps a situation you weren't anticipating arises and offers you the opportunity of a lifetime, or a series of aha moments culminate in a pivotal flash of insight, causing everything to change just like that. So this is what I'm going to say. If you're in the lower of that right now, the flip side of the lower is this. This is what's waiting for when we can come out of that. You feel me? Be prepared. Change is imminent. And a total paradigm shift may be upon you. Don't resist the changes. So to be able to look at that when you've just shifted from one way to another and you've shifted a timeline, if you look at that transition period as negative, as the past, as you being still stuck, that's resistance. Do you know what I mean? Boy, I need to eat lunch. That's part of what's going on here. Ooh. This kind of lightning isn't something you want to fight. Great things are happening when the Lady of Lightning appears. I feel like it's Libra, Queen of Swords, or the Moon, or the High Priestess. Maybe the Empress, but not really. Okay. As the challenger, it's unpleasant news, an unexpected shock, or an overall sense of powerlessness. Right. The powerlessness. So what I feel like a lot of you are at. The shock and the bad things, that's like been happen. You're still in the energetic muck of it. You know what I mean? You and me. I mean, this is not, because I'm included in that too. We're all just at different levels of the muck. This is a time when you may be forced to make a change you don't want to make. It could be you're afraid too. You know what I mean? It's important to recognize that if your resistance, if you catch yourself still identifying with these false beliefs, you're not enough, you apologize all the time, you're a people pleaser, or any of those things that make you feel like who you are inherently are isn't enough. Shit, where was I going? Two things are required then: an awareness of that it's a false belief, and then action and possible therapy, because those thoughts are, you're still carrying those false beliefs because the wound is still open, and you deserve healing, and you need external healing, an external energy source, just for however amount of time, just as a mirror for you, and to hold space for that. So look into therapy for that. Do you know what I mean? That could be a thing. Like if you find yourself, you just keep staying stuck. And just as an aside, or not, therapists can be like, finding a therapist can be like finding a hairstylist. It can take a long time to find one, and there's never like a real guarantee that they're going to be there for forever. You know what I mean? Because they leave and insurance changes and prices change and things. So try not to have expectations, but understand your requirements for what you require in a person who's going to give you life advice. Try to figure that out as much as you can, you know what I mean? And move from there, and understand that it might take a couple to get the one, and to just be present while it's there and use it for the most you can get. Be as present as possible for as long as it lasts. You know what I mean? A situation may suddenly turn in a different direction than you'd hoped it would. This is a sign of difficulty and unwanted surprises. Consider the idea of a thunderstorm and how beautiful and charged with electricity the world is after it passes. It will always pass. It will always pass. Because that is the nature of the storm. Your difficulties will too, as that is the way of things as well. It's true. 90 seconds, 90 uncomfortable seconds. There's a 90-second period. It can go up to 120-ish. This is all ish. But the feeling will pass. Just sit through it. There might be another one and another one. Do the best you can. You feel me? Just remember, there's multiples. It's not one. It's not this thing. It doesn't equal pulling you down and keeping you down. You're awakening, and your inner child is healing. And so this is hard, but you're doing it, and you're not doing it alone, okay? You're not doing it alone. However many views this has, all those people are along there with you, okay? In the realm of the Lady of Lightning, it's prudent to engage the law of non-resistance. Relax and wait out the storm in the shelter of your faith and goodwill. That spiritual practice, building it up. And for some of you, because this is hitting home for me, faith is very important. I was raised Roman Catholic. I'm not any kind of specific religion, though I'm definitely spiritual. But besides that, faith is faith. It's non-denominational, and that is definitely an aspect I need to create and maintain and preserve it. And it's difficult because of deep traumas from very early on. So like there's part of, even if it's a teeny tiny speck that doubts, right now is like the full moment to like have the faith that yes, there is another side. I can have and be everything that I came through in this lifetime to be, who I was meant to be. And I'm going to let myself do it. Feel me? Wonderful new life has an opportunity to grow when the storm passes. The Lady of Lightning would much prefer to be your ally anyway. Yep. The signs are all around you all. Have confirmation of that. Was that a sign? Yes. Be as present as possible as you can in your bodies. Get that spiritual practice going and figured out, and tend to your self-care. It will always pass. All right. Thanks for this kooky, crazy, wild ride of a reading. I will see you when the next one comes through. Ciao, ciao.